You'd expect, being a performance company, everyone would kind of be into cars. Not the case with everyone that works here. Right then, welcome back to the channel, and today's video is something definitely a little bit different to what we're normally doing. A few of the lads here have suggested doing this video, and I know a few people in the comments have asked us to do this video multiple times now, and that is to have a look round what Darkside staff are actually driving day to day. So let's go and have a look. So there's about 40 people that work for Darkside, so I'm hoping I can get through most people's cars in about 30 seconds, which should mean this video is about 20 minutes long. Yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. But yeah, quite a mixture of cars in the Darkside staff fleet. You'd expect, being a performance company, everyone would kind of be into cars. Not the case with everyone that works here, but there's definitely a nice mixture. Some people have got some nice stuff. Some people, I'm going to say this, but this is self-proclaimed by the owners themselves. There are some shit boxes. But, right, let's start. Tom, fabricator, Passat 1.9 TDI. It's just had some MTS coilovers fitted. Other than that, I think it's just tuned. Not sure why. It's got MTS coilovers fitted and a Bilstein sticker on the back window. But, hey-ho, it is what it is. Modern classic. We've got Josh's PD 150. This is an anniversary Golf. It's got a hybrid turbo on there. We use this car to develop that specific turbo. I think that's making around 220 horsepower. Josh has asked me to specifically mention that he's got a kind of club sport spec Seat Ibiza 1.9 track car, half cage, all that. Moving on to wheels, Ford Focus ST. It is a diesel, so being an ST diesel, that makes this car an STD. Nice colour. That's about, I'm not a Ford guy, so that's about all it's got going for it. Rubber seal hanging out the driver's door. I think pretty much every Focus has got that. See it all the time. Stylianos's Panda. So pretty cool cars these. It's a 4x4 Panda. As you can probably tell, it's got lift kit on there, some 4x4 tyres. He has actually retrofitted a rear locker to this as well. So yeah, pretty capable car. Reminds me of the Yeti a little bit, a little small 4x4 underdog that surprises a few bigger 4x4s, I suppose, on off-road days and stuff. Matisse, this is one of a couple of cars he's got. This is a 330D. This is the OG M57 engine, so pretty reliable. Not the fastest thing in the world, but it gets him to work and back. I think he's got an M3, E46 M3 as well, which is a pretty cool car. We've got Tom's Fabian X, so believe it or not, this is actually a track car. It doesn't look it, a bit rough around the edges, but there's a few noticeable giveaways that would probably give you an inkling that it's a track car. We've got AD09 tyres on there, it's got Brembo Sport pads, it's a 1.6 TDI engine, obviously we've tuned it. I put exactly what power it is up on the screen, but yeah, track car. Tom loves it. He's got another one, pretty much exactly the same as well. Good fun for a 1.6. Lotus Elise, not everyone's go-to first choice for a daily vehicle. This is Elliot's. Elliot used to live in Scotland, so to get this car here, he has had to drive it from Scotland. It's got a Rover K-Series engine in it. So I'm not sure how he even made it from Scotland without the head gasket going. Or just, I don't know, cramping up, and it can't be comfortable. Driving that many miles in that, it just can't be comfortable. But he loves it. It's a pretty cool car. Not many of them are around. Luke from the workshop, Land Rover, TD5, pretty standard. I think everything's original on this at the minute, which is what he wanted from it. He don't want to molest it and lift it up and cut it to bits like most other TD5s that you see nowadays. So yeah, pretty cool. Not had it that long. We've got double whammy here. So Both of these cars are Harry. Harry does a CAD design. He did have an RS6 before, which would have been a little bit cooler to look at than these two, but adult things, he's had to buy an house. The RS6 is now gone. That's just a daily run around. He then bought this as a new daily run around, which is a 335D. Had an absolute nightmare with it a couple of weeks ago, where water had gone into the ECU and it just won't start. It took us a while to figure that out, but I think that's back on the road now, so that's good. Pretty cool. This is Jack's 1M. Started life as a 135i. I think he said it about 380 horsepower. Even though it is a full replica, it's been done very, very nice. The body shop did it. It's obviously lowered, ZF8 wheels. It's got some Corbu bucket seats in there. So a little bit of a club sport build. He hasn't took it on track yet, but I believe he is going to do that this year, or he's made his mouth. Whether he will or not, that's a different story. iLux, not much to say about the iLux. Can't really argue with the choice. Top Gear's proven that these are pretty much indestructible. So yeah, Tom's iLux. He's took it off-roading. It came to Parkwood with us. It did all right. Yeah, it's an iLux. What can you say? Another 1.9 PD engine. This is a PD 130 Polo, which is Warren's in the workshop. 5 doors. I did ask him for some fun facts on this car, and the only thing he could give me is that it's one of 5 shit boxes that he owns, and it pulls like a train, because obviously it's got a 1.9 PD engine in it. We'll skip past all these because these are just body shop jobs and make his way over to the dispatch cars. So Ford Focus EcoBoost. So I did ask Rick about some fun facts about this car. He couldn't give me any. It's a Focus. The only thing he did mention was these engines are known for blowing up. So it's a ticking time bomb. We don't know when it's going to go. Might never go, but apparently they're rubbish. So this is Max's 218D. Max is my youngest brother. Fun fact on this, we developed an intake kit. I did a little road test video. I think at the time it wasn't mapped, and I might have said something along the lines of, this is not quick by any standards. I mean, this car's not quick by any standards. And still to this day, he holds me to that I slagged his car off in a Darkside video, so he's not very happy about that. But a few subtle mods. It's got suspension, wheels, like I said, intake kit. Change the seats, change the steering wheel. Onto Jason's GTD. Not much modifications to this. We've got aftermarket lights because the standard ones failed. It was cheaper to get aftermarket ones than it was to get the genuine replacements. So the fun fact about this car is Jason is just 18-year-old. I nearly said 8-year-old then. I hope he's not 8. Yeah, so pretty cool car for an 18-year-old. Not many 18-year-olds driving around in GTDs. I asked him how much he was paying for his insurance, and he said it's £2,200 a year, which is not actually too bad if you ask most 18-year-olds what they're paying for their insurance. So, not sure how he swindled that. He's probably told them that he's a doctor or something along them lines. We've got Ben's Cupra, pretty standard. It's got a set of wheels on it, 2-litre TFSI. We've actually tuned this. I think it did about 370, 380 horsepower on the dyno. Quite an understated car. They don't look that fancy compared to like your Golf R's and stuff, but still very quick car. Ryan's Fabia, so another 1.6 TDI Fabia. This one's not a track car, and again, I asked Ryan if he had any little fun facts about the car, and he just said it's a shitbox, so no, we'll move on. We've got George's Amarok, a bit of a camping rig, so we've got the tent box on there. Probably looks like it does a lot of off-roading. It doesn't do any off-roading. It might have been through a few puddles at some point in his ownership, but yeah, apart from that, he gets a lot of stick for having a pickup truck and not doing much off-roading in it, so we do try and encourage him though. So moving on to Joel's Porsche Cayenne, 3-litre diesel. This is the newest vehicle to be purchased by Darkside staff, so he's only had this a couple of weeks, and already he's got a long list of off-road parts for this, so it's going to have the full off-road package. Wheels, tyres, lift kits, tubular bumpers, lights, you name it. Whatever we do for that, I think he's pretty much just gone through the website and just added it to a wish list. So that's going to be pretty cool. Next up, we've got Matt's i20. Yeah, it is an i20. I think he had an i30 before. I don't really know much about these cars. I know they've took their M Performance banners off at the MSV tracks now, and Hyundai now sponsor them. So yeah, don't know much about them. I've been in the car. It seems to be like pretty nimble, quite a fun car to drive. The one thing that I did pick up on that car is it does some weird fake engine noises through this front speaker just on the dashboard there. So yeah, fake engine noises. That's a thumbs down from me, but the rest of the car, I don't know. I don't know much about them. They might be good. Comment below, what do you think of Hyundai's? Right, I'm hoping we're racking through these pretty quickly. I think I've probably missed out the main aim of this video, and that is to get you guys involved. We want a little bit more engagement to see what staff vehicles you want us to do like a full feature on. We were thinking maybe do like a little mini series doing features on staff cars. So if you've seen any of the cars so far and you want us to do a feature on that, make sure you comment below. We've got a few more to go at, so don't click skip yet. You need to watch the rest of this video. But yeah, moving on, we have got Will, or Kill Bill, we call him. Kill Will, Kill Bill Will. Bill, one of them. We don't know what we call him. He's not being here long. 1.9 TDI Quattro A4. It's got some suspension, BBS wheels. It's tuned up, probably about 170 horsepower. Did he give me any fun facts in office? I think that's about it. One size lower than other, that's his fun fact for that car. So this one might look nice and shiny and pretty, but it's a complete shit. No, I'm just kidding. This is Katie's. So this is the second most recent purchase vehicle. I think you've only had this a few weeks. Yeah. So that's why it's still stock. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be stock for long. We've already got plans for wheels and tyres, and I'm pretty sure at some point it'll be going on the dyno for a custom remap. Katie's nodding her head. Yeah, we should do a feature on scooter. So we are now at Mark 5 corner. 2 Mark 5 Golfs, both silver, but other than that, they are very different. So we'll start with Harry's. This is an R32. It's not a replica, it's not a diesel. Fun fact about this car, this is a Japanese import. So every time he gets in the car and flicks on the ignition, he does mention that there's a Japanese woman that says something to him.
ETC カードを入れてください.
He's got no idea what it is, so if we've got any Japanese subscribers that you can translate. But yeah, it's got wheels, tyres. He's going to be fitting air suspension to that soon, so bit of a show car. Rubens, I think this has been mentioned a few times in the comments when people have seen this in the background to do a feature on this. This is a 1.9 TDI, pretty big spec list on this. It's, again, a club sport build. We'll get a bit of B-roll, but that's got some bucket seats in, stripped out in the back. GTB turbo kit, it's got pretty much everything that we can do to this engine on it. We'll put up the power and stuff like that. Big brakes, OZ racing wheels, very nice build. Ruben's also got a KN as well, very similar to George's Amarok. It's got big off-road tyres on it, fancy bumpers, and I don't think he's been off-road yet. Again, might have done a few puddles. So moving on to Mark's 520D. I'm not sure what this is for on the back. I think he does a lot of towing on it or some other activities. I think we've tuned this. It's got a big brake upgrade on the front. Other than that, Darkside sticker. Whoop. Tom's Golf R. It doesn't look like it's been cleaned for a while. Woo. Yeah, I think this is pretty stock. Why people insist on running the videos? We're going to do a feature on your car. Yeah. Yeah, if you want. Harrison's yet to pass his test, so we're giving him a little bit of grief. Anyway, back onto Tom's Golf R. This is pretty standard. Tom has got some really nice cars as well, so he's also got a DC5 Integra. That's quite modified. And I'm not sure if he's still got it, but he had a Renault 5, which is a pretty cool car to own. Whoa, we're on to Johnny's. So Johnny specifically asked me not to mention his car. It's a Nissan, we call it a Gash guy in the office. Yeah, there's not really much interesting facts about this other than Johnny's been saying for about last 3 to 4 years he's been getting a new car, and as you can see it's still not a new car. So yeah, and then we're on to this beast. So Nissan Micra S, not sure if that stands for sport or slow. I don't even know what horsepower these are. I think it's 50. It's got some wheels on it, and I'm pretty sure it's just got a straight through exhaust. So although it's 50 horsepower, it sounds like 500 horsepower. So we're in the yard now, we're onto the premium parking spaces. So it will pretty much first come, first serve. We've got Rob's, this is his pretty much daily beater. Bought it exactly how it is. It does 50 miles per gallon. Rob's other car, if you're not aware, well, other van, is a Transporter 4Motion. It's absolutely rubbish on fuel, which is why I bought this, just to come to work and back. 435D, we are in the process of doing a full build series on that. We've got big plans for it, 600 horsepower plus. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of that. So in this corner, we've got the Scrapper Rock. We bought it from a salvage company. I think we did £4,000 for it. At the time, that was probably like the cheapest Amarok around. As you can see, it's got a massive lift on there, big, I think the just short of 35-inch tyres, steel bumpers, rock sliders, snorkel. We've done a full engine rebuild on it because the timing belt snapped and then took all the valves with it. So that had a rebuild. It's doing good power now. It's got a flat tyre. Oh no, it's been pumped up. It had a flat tyre earlier this morning. But yeah, we need to get out more in that. Really cool build, absolutely awesome off-road. Triple locked, so it's got lockers in the front and rear and the centre. So yeah, pretty cool build. Moving on to my very own vehicle. We've done a few videos on this as well. This is probably one of the best cars, if not the best car I've owned. That's a bold claim, that is a bold claim. But I think as an all-round vehicle, this is definitely up there. I like the fact that I can just get in it and pretty much just go anywhere, not have to worry about anything. Sounds pretty cool. Put a sound clip up of that, but yeah. I like it, that's all we need to say. Right, from one black Touareg to another, completely different though. Earlier generation, this is a 7L model, quite a rare version of it, V10, 5-litre V10. Yeah, as you can see again, off-road build, lift, tyres, winches, we Raptored it, pretty cool. I think it's about 360 horsepower, 1,000 newton meters of torque, whatever it is. We pulled lorries with this in the snow, and that's the same engine as Top Gear. Did a test and I think they pulled a Boeing 747, something like that. It's pulled a plane anyway, that's how much torque it's got. So moving on to Dan's Scirocco, 2-litre TDI. This has been 4-wheel drive converted. A lot of work has gone into this. I think off the top of my head it were about 350 horsepower last time I checked. This is another car that quite a few people have mentioned in the comments that they want to see a full video on, a full feature. I will let you into a little secret. We are going to start prepping this, and this is going to be one of the next competition cars. So yeah, a few little bits and bobs that we want to do to it before we give it away. But yeah, really cool build. We will do a feature on that. Mark 5 Caddy. This is the Darkside workhorse at the minute. So this was actually purchased and built by a customer. It's got the GTD turbo on there, tuned to 243 horsepower if I remember off the top of my head. So this is basically a Mark 5 Caddy with the GTD engine in it now, I suppose, and tuned. We fitted some Bilstein coilovers, some rotiform wheels, a few stickers, had the lower grille painted black, and yeah, like I said, it's got seats in the back, you can take them out, but most of the time it's just used as a work van, picking up parts from suppliers, stuff like that. Another 7P Touareg, so this is very similar to mine, another off-road build. The only difference is this has got air suspension and the xenon lights. Pretty much everything else is the same. Escape model, so this has got the rear and centre lockers, low range gearbox. So pretty cool, quite rare, the Escape models. But yeah, as I mentioned with mine, really, really nice all-round vehicles. If you are looking for a sensible off-road vehicle that's capable, comfy, everything else, Touareg Escape, that is the one to have. Another workhorse, Amarok. We did a build on that, 350 horsepower V6. That is mainly used for racing, so it gets all the jerry cans and stuff like that in the back. Other than that, it's just an advertising tool, branded up pretty extensively. Tony's missus's BMW, only reason why this is here, because she had an absolute nightmare a few days ago, so we've ordered a tyre for that. That'll be getting sorted. 8 Series, 840D. We've had this for quite a few months now, several months in fact, and since buying it, it's given nothing but grief. You've probably seen in the earlier videos, we had a few teething problems when we first bought it, the main one being a boost problem. We've since fully removed the engine, fully removed the turbos, rebuilt the turbos, put everything back in, and it's still doing the same thing. So it's parked up, we're annoyed with it, it's gonna stay there for now, but there will be another update on that coming soon. Volkswagen Caddy, long story behind this. This is the longest owned project van that we've had. This has been in the company longer than I have, and I've been here, what, over 10 years, so can't remember exactly when we purchased this. Yeah, massive, massive spec list on this. This is another vehicle that I think a few people would like to see a full feature on. So, I mean, if you just take a few seconds to have a look underneath, you can tell there's not much of the standard Caddy under here. The leaf springs are gone. We've got independent rear suspension, AO52 tyres. Yeah, it's proper track build. Might be able to just sneak a quick look in there. Full cage, bucket seats. So yeah, there's some updates getting done on this at the minute. We're going to be doing a video on that, but I think at some point we will be doing a full feature on this because we have got a plan. This is going to be the Nürburgring this year, and we're not going to set a record or try and set a record because we can't time at the Nürburgring. But we are going to try and make this van go around the Nürburgring very quick, if you know what I mean. So we're going to end this video in the race workshop. I think we've done a pretty good job of rattling through the staff cars pretty quickly, hopefully with a little bit of editing. This video is probably going to be about 20 minutes long, fingers crossed. Yeah, race workshop, we've got the 2 race cars. They've been covered pretty well in recent videos, so we're not going into too much detail on those. V12 Amarok, it's still here, it's still going ahead. Very, very slow progress. Obviously, winter rebuilds on the TTs have pushed this back. Customer cars have pushed this back. So it's still happening. It's still got a V12 engine under there. So yeah, we are keen to make some more progress on that this year. But out of all the staff cars that you've seen and that we've mentioned, make sure you comment below, let us know what car do you want to see a full feature on next, and we'll get them on the channel and do a video. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Yeah, we should do a feature on scooter. It's pretty much like a club sport build. You're not going to ruin this video, are you, Rob? You wouldn't do that, would you? Why people insist on ruining his videos? Just carry on. Just carry on.